Hey guys, good morning. Dave Santarelli here from Santarelli Trading Exchange, BreakingChartAlerts.com, and Stock Options Trading Academy. Market's going to be opening in about a minute here. As you guys can see, Wall Street's getting a little bounce today, led by tech, and still a lot of news coming out with the coronavirus, as the coronavirus cases are soaring. Now over 14,000 cases in the U.S., and the hospitals are struggling to keep up here. So let's see how the markets do. Let's remain calm here, disciplined, patient. Let's watch the charts here for the first 15 minutes and see if we can make some trades today. And if you guys have any questions, we're in the live trade room right now. If someone could share that in the trade room, I'd appreciate that. And let's go live here, guys. Alrighty, let me change the screen here and share with you the charts for today. Ulta getting a little pop here. It was pretty high in the pre-market, getting up to almost 170. So let's see what we do here. I'm going to watch the Diamond ETF and the Qs here for the first couple of minutes. And switch it to a today 1 minute. Now you can see what's happening here. What's going on? You can see the Qs are getting up to that 10 right now, and we're starting to pull back. So today's candle with our trade plan is very important. Are we going to pull back and start retracing? If so, then I'm going to be very bearish for next week. If we could break through that 10, I would be bullish for next week. So we got to see what happens today. This is really important to be watching, patient, and disciplined here.
Many stocks halted at the open.
And if you guys have questions, like I said, please feel free to message in the trade room. So this is the daily chart here, you see. I hate when that does that.
Advancing a market update, S&P futures up 25, Dow futures up 189, Nasdaq up 138. Crude is down 70 cents at 25.22. Gold up 16.80 at 14.96.30. Department of Homeland Security head says U.S. working.
Could you guys hear that in the background?
About imposing restrictions on travel across the southern border by non-essential traffic. Says trade won't be blocked, similar to the Canada arrangement with the U.S.
No, we are not selling Ulta yet today. Amazon's getting a nice pop today. Amazon 1941 right now, up 3%, $62. 1944. Okay, so we're climbing off the SMAs right now in a today 1 minute. If we continue to do that, we're going to be looking at some calls for today as a day trade or even possible swing for next week.
On a circuit breaker, shares volatile here at 285, down about 6% now RSC.
Three minutes in.
China buys 756,000 metric tons of U.S. corn for its first major purchase under the Phase 1 trade deal.
You guys heard that. China just made their first purchase of corn.
340,000 metric tons of U.S. hard red wheat for 2021.
Wheat, corn.
Year.
It's big news. They're buying.
OLLI, Ollie's Bargain Outlet shares halted on a circuit breaker 4008 at the high. OLLI.
I'm watching Q's right here to break that 182. If Q's could break 182 resistance right here for the day, then we could get a nice breakout. Diamond, I want to see it break, let's say 203.35. Here's the SMAs now converging. You have the 10, which is the yellow SMA. The red is the 50. Blue is the 20. Again, this is today 1 minute. We converge. We just entered breakout momentum right here on the diamond. So now we're going to break resistance. Now I'm going to be looking at some calls here to trade. I'll get next week's expo. We could do a day trade here for this week's expo if we want. Let's see what they're going for, how expensive they are. They're pretty expensive. But we might have a big rally today. We just had breakout momentum. Just broke through resistance here. Of course, we got to wait till this candle's over. And we look like we're climbing here. So let's see. Maybe I'll get next week's expo just in case we pull back here. It won't be as large of a pullback. March 27th. I'll pick up the 205. Get 2 contracts. Put it in order for 10. Buy to open. It's going to be a $2,000 trade.
German government special budget to be financed completely via debt. That from Handelsblatt.
And there it is. It's completed. Let me get that sent.
NRZ, New Residential Investment Board, halted at the high 826, up 22%. NRZ. BLPH shares resumed trading after a circuit breaker halt. $20.80 now, well off the pre-market high of near $30. That's BLPH now resuming after a circuit breaker halt. Range Resources halted again on a circuit breaker, 291, Romeo Charlie.
Now, as you can see, we're coming down to the 10 here. Let's see if we hold the 10 or if we drop down to the 20 or 50 here. Now, if you guys watch that trade plan video, if you get a green candle here and then the next green candle confirmation, that would be where we would add in the breakout momentum cycle with the trade plan.
BLPH halted once again on a circuit breaker.
We'll look at 201.70 as support.
BLPH halted at 23.24.
Guys, our TIVA calls are now up over 50%. The TIVA calls we got yesterday. I'm going to close those out. I should let them run.
OLLI, Ollie's Bargain Outlet, getting a pop here after resuming trade, hit a high of 40.50, now 39.19, and pulling back. Oscar Lima Lima, India.
I just put in an order to sell our Tiva that we got yesterday. Bid of $1.15, ask of $1.20.
14 cents.
We got in at 79 cents yesterday.
XAIR halted on a circuit breaker, 707, getting a pop, halted on a circuit breaker, XAIR. Fed could snap up municipal debt under new Senate proposal. Democratic Senator Menendez, bill that's fed by municipal bonds in a crisis.
Alrighty, guys, I put in that sell order for Tiva. Let me bring that up here on the order status. So as you can see here, we have a limit order in for $1.20 for 30 contracts, sell to close. Tiva, March 27th, 2027 strike call.
Letter W, Wayfair, hitting highs 26.83 after a circuit breaker hold. Letter W. APRN, Blue Apron, shares resuming trade after a circuit breaker hold. APRN down at 10.10 now, dropping about 28% today. That's Blue Apron.
I'm watching Tiva on the chart above here as well.
Alpha Papa Romeo November.
It definitely got that pop earlier on the diamond here and those cues when we got the news out about China purchasing those crops off us. Let's see if we can hold. Dow's now down 10 points. There's a little pop here. Qs are holding that 20 right now. Let's see if we could start to climb here. Market's still pulling back here.
AMTX, that's Amidas. AMTX Alpha Michael Tango X-ray resuming trade after a circuit breaker hold, hitting $1.43 at the high. Alpha Michael Tango X-ray. AHPI, Allied Healthcare Products, dropping here to the low 1757, down 27% now. That's Alpha Hotel Papa India. Shares of Occidental Petroleum, OXY, resuming after a circuit breaker halt, 988, down about 9% for OXY. Shares of Apache, Apache shares resuming after a circuit breaker halt at 492, down about only 4.4% now.
Change that order to, what was it? $1.05. Live now. Market's still pulling back here. Maybe I could do a little hedge against that call. Do a SPY put for today.
Now.
See, we're only 15 minutes into the day, though. Don't want to go too crazy just yet. But if I do something here, I'll do a hedge against those calls for next week with doing a put for today's expo as a day trade. It blew through that 20,000 really quick. See if we could break that 10 or if we're just going to get up to it and keep breaking down here. MACD is bearish here. Let's see if we could break that 10, start to climb. Very early in the morning still, only 18 minutes in. There goes Q's. See where that ends.
Study showed Cabenuva was as effective as continuing daily oral antiretroviral regimens in maintaining viral suppression during 48-week study. That's J&J, Juliet, November, Juliet. Mexico's foreign minister says the U.S.-Mexico border will remain open.
U.S.-Mexico border is going to stay open. Funny, we closed the northern borders, but we're keeping the southern borders open. up to that 10. Qs are failing. Alrighty, let me look at this stream here. Let's see here. Good morning, Geo Gaming, Skyjack, House Flips and Investing today. Tim Thomas, Efrain, Vincenzo, Moses, Tom, Travis, Umar, Skyjack. Yes, Mike, we picked up the Tiva yesterday. Oh, guys, guess what just sold? Tiva just sold, and it's just breaking out now. So let me just share with you. So that completed. We sold that at $1.05, as you can see here, completed on the order. Now watch this. We just locked in a profit of $748.89 for the day on that Tiva trade.
HIMX Technologies at the high of the day.
Now look at how perfectly it's following the trade plan as of right now. Getting up to that 10. See what it does here. Here's the MACD now just crossing. Diego in our trade room. He was watching the master trade plan yesterday for TSE. And here we go. Here's the MACD. Let's see that cross. Let's see the first candle above the 10 close. And the confirmation candle after this. Guys, don't freak me out about my cough. It's nothing. I don't feel sick. I definitely don't think I have a fever. In the trade room, they're saying, Dave, that's a nasty cough there. I might have the virus. Don't say that. Not nice. Literally, you're just sitting here watching the candles. That's why it's so boring some days. I like the days when there's some action going on. You got the big breakouts, big breakdowns. So much easier to trade. When it's like this, pretty flat, you know, it's patience and discipline. And that's where a lot of traders fail because they don't have that patience or discipline to just sit here and wait for those moves. Toyota is suspending production in Brazil and where else? Wow. Here's the MACD cross coming up on Diamond to the left here. Yeah, guys, 100 people watching, only 30 likes. Let's give that a like button, please. There goes Diamond getting up to that blue 20 SMA now, per our trade plan. The MACD just crossed. That's a bullish sign. Now what we're looking for is these big candles like we're starting to see right now. Look at those green candles. Look at the body of that candle. Looking good.
Up 148%. Michael Foxtrot Alpha. ACRS, Aclaris Therapeutics, popping to the high 91 cents. For Charlie Romeo.
I love our booking trade. We're going to keep that open. Booking's not up much. It's up 28 bucks, 2%. It's at 12.19. Let's take a look quick. There goes Diamond breaking out. There she goes, breaking that 20 and getting up to that 50 SMA right now. We have the MACD that crossed. Let's see us break that 50 SMA, and then we're going to be looking for around 203.50, and then around 204.50 is the next two resistance areas on the Diamond ETF. And that person asking about booking. We have a booking April 17th trade. This trade, I love it. I mean, just a few minutes ago, it was at 11.77. You know, I'm not worried about intraday moves, as I told you guys. Look at this per our trade plan. We're in breakdown momentum. Not worried about that. It's Booking. It's a travel company. No one's going to be traveling for quite a bit. So I'm going to be looking for our first target, like I said, which is around $1,000 a share on Booking. Second target's going to be right around $750, $800. But for right now, I'm looking at that 1,000 to take profits. Booking still in breakdown momentum in our trade plan, and that's why patience and discipline is so important there. You know, we're not climbing above 1,300 here yet. We're not up to the 10 SMA yet. The MACD did not cross yet. So per our trade plan, we're still holding. I love when you guys ask questions like that, though. Even this candle here on the Diamond ETF, you know, that's a filled-in green candle, meaning we opened higher and we're currently lower than where we opened. So, you know, that's still a little bearish there, and the MACD's still down.
HRTX, Heron Therapeutics.
That's why we're watching this trade so much.
Hotel Romeo Tango X-ray.
Because by the end of the day, if it's not a filled-in green-bodied candle, then that's a bear or a bullish sign. If it's a filled-in green candle like it is now, that's going to be bearish sign for us for next week. Here comes the 1020 cross right now. First candle breaking that 50. Take a look. It's in the book.
Finance Minister says will not
watch the trade plan.
Reserves.
Let's see us if we're going to fail at the 50 here or break above it. Confirmation candle, you have the first green-bodied candle above, and then the green confirmation candle is a sign of breakout momentum. So right now it's holding at that 50. Let's see. It might be a couple candles like it was down here. As you can see down here, you had 3 candles that it was waiting, holding, testing resistance, and then it finally broke out. So we might see a couple candles like that unless we get some news here and we start either a big breakout or breakdown from that 50. But here's a 1020 cross. Might come down to about 200.75 before starting to climb again. If it's a breakout momentum cycle in phase, or a red candle below the 10 and 20 SMA here, and we're going to be looking at the next support. McDonald's is popping to the high there.
About 6%. Michael Charlie Delta.
MCD is looking great. Tech's looking good. Here's McDonald's to the right here. As you can see, here's that 1020 cross. It's in breakout momentum cycle phase. Coming down to the 10. Consolidated here. Let's see a break. Let's say 160 for that next breakout. And then we could zoom out here. Let's go to the 3-month daily. As you can see, it could possibly get up to 167.50. That's going to be the first resistance. If we could break that, it would also break that yellow 10 SMA on a daily chart here. And we could definitely trade that back up to around 210, 190 to 210. I mean, everyone's ordering out now with the virus. I don't know about you guys, but we order Uber Eats just about 3 times a day now. Dave Pays asked, Dave, did you add to the Amazon yesterday? I told you guys I wanted to add to it. I'm kicking myself in the butt for not adding to it. She's at 1920 right now. The trade that we made is at max net gains as long as she's above 1,800 a share. Here was that trade that we made.
Coming up at 10, existing home sales.
That was such a nice trade we made on Amazon there. Now you got that MACD cross in here. You have that first candle above the 10, 20 SMA.
Plus 0.7%.
This is looking great. I'd be looking at 2,050 as the next target resistance area. Now take a look. Remember I told you about the diamond before. I said watch it come back down to that 10, and I told you, I said what was the number? 200.75. I said watch it come down to resistance at 200.75. It's holding that candle, holding that 10 SMA as of right now. Let's see if this candle will hold it and stay above that 10 right now. If not, we're going to be looking for the MACD cross then for BDM. So it's just patience. You got to watch these candles here. And as you can see, it got up to the 50 here. Coming down, retracing. But let's see if it holds this 10. Now take a look at a chart like MCD here to the right on a today 1 minute. breaking out again. We said 160. We're looking for that candle before when we were just looking at that. Broke that 160. If this candle could hold above that, and would be looking for a continued climb, possibly up to 165. It's already up 7% for the day. But nice breakout momentum phase on MCD here on the today 1 minute.
$5.77 million versus the 5.5 million estimate, 6.5% versus the 0.7% estimate on existing home sales.
Wow, that was a big thing in home sales. A lot of people selling homes.
National median home price for existing homes was $270,100. That's up 8%.
270,000, up 8% year over year. Wow. Let me get some of my hand sanitizer here. Guys are freaking me out now, telling me in the trade room that I got coronavirus.
Federal Reserve to provide daily swap line operations with 5 central banks to increase foreign frequency of dollar transactions with foreign central banks.
She held that 10, as we were saying here, held that 10 really nice, continuing to climb.
Providing guidance on production of alcohol-based hand sanitizer to help boost supply, protect the public health during the coronavirus.
You guys listening to them? Guys, give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying these, please.
To further enhance the provision of global U.S.
Look at Diamond breaking out. Almost green on our Diamond trade.
Bank of Canada, Bank of England, Bank of Japan, European Central Bank, Federal Reserve, and Swiss National Bank are today announcing a coordinated action to further enhance the provision of liquidity.
Christian, the Clorox trade March 20th, 205 strike I got, I'm down on that. That looks like that's a total loss as of right now. I had 2 contracts of the 205 for this week's expo. Down 1,600 on that. Not going to close it out. Let it expire worthless.
FDA says aware of significant supply disruptions for alcohol-based hand sanitizers.
Bob, you really freaked me out a little bit with that article. So Bob just shared an article in the trade room that a 34-year-old man from California just died 2 weeks after visiting Orlando, Florida theme parks at Disney.
KTOV, Kilo Tango Oscar Victor, CBI Investments.
Thanks for that, Bob.
Reporting in
Now you
Pastor
definitely
State
got my fear factor up by about
March 12th,
100%.
filing for KTOV.
FDA says they will provide guidance on production of alcohol-based hand sanitizer to help boost supply during coronavirus outbreaks, as it's aware of significant supply disruptions for alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Get some of my Clorox wipes here.
RACE Ferrari shares spiking to the high. 147.99 RACE.
Coming down to that 10 right now. Let's see if we could hold it. Slow moves today. Booking's not doing too much. 12:32. I'm probably going to be doing another booking put spread for the April 17th expo, but I'm going to be waiting until Monday, Tuesday for that trade.
Treasury Secretary Mnuchin says tax filing date to be moved from April 15th to July 15th. Mnuchin says all taxpayers and businesses will have additional time to file and make payments without interest or penalties.
So taxes were just extended.
Mnuchin encourages all taxpayers who may be eligible for refunds to file now.
Mnuchin says if you want your refund, file now.
DLTR, Dollar Tree shares up about 10% now at the high, 77.99. DLTR, Dollar Tree, Delta Lima Tango Romeo. FAA closes Air Route Traffic Control Center in Indianapolis after an air traffic control supervisor tested positive for COVID-19.
Wow, guys, FAA's closing towers.
Mexico's foreign minister says movement at U.S.-Mexico border will be restricted for tourism.
I'm looking for it to hold that 201.20 on Diamond. If not, we'll be looking at another drop down to support around 199.75. But right now it's holding that. It's got to give it time. There goes Diamond bouncing off that 20 SMA, continuing that climb.
ZS, Zscaler shares popping here as you lose Sandy. ZS.
Pretty boring day so far here. We're not getting one big run like we're used to seeing, or one big drop. Eric, I just traveled to New York and to Allegheny Airport there in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, about a week ago, or 2 weeks ago. That's within the 14-day incubation period. If I get a fever, I'm telling you right now, there's no way I'm going to be sitting around here. Be going to the hospital on the freaking Navy ship. Man, these times, I'm telling you. Here's some big candles lower here. 10 just crossed below the 50 and 20 on the Amazon. See if Diamond holds at 201. I ate a bunch of vitamin C this morning. Diego says, think of it as a cruise. If the hospitals here are swamped, I'll take my money and I'll go to Mexico and admit myself in one of the hospitals down there. My money will be good down there. The hospitals are stuck down here. You know, there's no beds. I hope I certainly don't get sick. Now I'm going to be Ubering a thermometer to my office for lunch. Take my temperature. MCD still on the climb here. I'm looking at that above. Take a look at MCD here on the today 1 minute.
Shares moving here now. Tango Lima Romeo Yankee.
Diamond is just in the NTZ right now, trading between the SMAs. It came down to that 20, held it. Here's a 10 crossing below the 20, also with the MACD. So just keep an eye on that. Look for a candle below 201 for the next BDM here. If it holds, let's look for a climb above 202 for that next run up to resistance. Disney World's closed, Bob. Eric says space is running. SPCE. Wow, big run on space there. Big run.
Switzerland announcing
up almost 18%.
Swiss franc aid package.
I think I have some leftover antibiotics here. I might take one just in case. Andra Bell says, Dave, I just finished watching the instructional video on your trading plan. Amazingly simple. I now understand how to identify your no trade zones. The one thing missing in the video is how to use the MACD crossover to confirm a trade. I have another video on that I could share with you guys. Look at space though, breaking out up almost 24% right now. There goes MCD. Let's see what Diamond's doing. Diamond's starting to climb here as well. It held that 201 support. Now let's see a break above that 202 candle with body above 202. There she goes. Now we're going to be looking for that 202.50 as the next area of resistance. If we could break through that, we're going to be looking for the day's highs of 204.30 or 204.40. So it's really just patience and discipline here, waiting for these moves. Nice move on Snap. Oh, I bet they're doing a lot of Snap now. If I was the CEO of Snap, I'd be charging a boatload for the ads on there right now. That's a nice chart though. I like it. You could look at $12 as the next. So if you bought shares now, you'd be looking at $12, which is about a 20% a 20% jump from where shares are right now. So it's not bad. You know, if you're buying shares, you're looking at $12 to take profits, which would be about a 20% gain. If you bought options, you're going to be looking at more than a 20% gain.
On volume, Tango Romeo India Lima.
The MACD is just starting to cross on Snap, so not looking bad.
SNEP Snap at the highs of the day.
They're talking about Snap now.
40 cents up 9.5% for a Snap. Snap.
MCD holding that 10 as of now. Let's see Diamond on it today 1 minute. Still holding that 10.20 as of now, but still nothing major moving. With breakout momentum, you're looking for that body above the previous candle. So like right here, here's a green body above the previous candle, green body above previous, green body above previous. This one held within this body, and then green body above previous. And then the first body candle below the previous body's candle is a sign of retracing back down to either the 10 or 20 SMA before that next breakout. Come down to the 20, it's been holding. Down here again to the 50. Let's see if it's going to hold. And then we have support 201, and we have resistance right around 202. MCD's getting a nice breakout there. Yes, Eric, I still have the Expedia trade April 17th. I'm definitely going to be looking to add to that as well, most likely. Let's see, Expedia. 48.80, yeah. To me, that looks like she's going to be heading lower. Not doing much. And the travel companies are dead. Why would they pop? You know, it's not time yet. Unless you got people like Warren Buffett who are going to start buying for the long term, you know, years out. But for swing traders, just not yet. Exactly. Andre Bell says Dave Diamond looks like NTZ right now. And here, Andre, take a look here. So if we wanted to show the NTZ, we have it right here.
MGM, Michael Golf, Michael, MGM popping to the highs now, 991, up 27%.
So basically, you're looking for a make or break right at above these or below. Above or below, that's going to tell us our next move there. For me, anyway, with my trade plan. Levitate says, are we yet in Disney? No, we're not in Disney yet. Disney, I would not be buying until the parks open again. Or once the coronavirus starts to slow down. MACD crossed on it, though, on a today 1 minute chart. She might get back up to that 95, which is still a $3 climb for the day, but no, I'm not trading Disney. And there you go, Andra Bell. There you go. There's a candle above. Now you're getting to that resistance right here. Take a look. And I'm going through really good instructional things with you guys here now. Yeah, that one's way too skinny. So this would be, I should have done that yellow. So if it breaks through this, then we're going to be looking at this as the next target.
Governor Cuomo says we'll make an announcement soon. We'll make an announcement about the state's response to the coronavirus at 11 a.m.
You heard what they're saying now. The governor's gonna be making a speech here, so be prepared for that. That's definitely gonna be market moving. Now, if we get a candle above this red resistance, then I would be doing this, putting this in the breakout momentum, like that. But we didn't break above that yet. But if we do break above it, that's what that channel is going to look like right there. We're just waiting for that breakout above, so that's why I didn't put it there yet. So if this gets a green candle above and the next candle is green, then we're going to be looking right here. So if you guys are making day trades here, this is what I like to do when I'm doing my charts. I like to look at this. Now, you know, it could retrace back down to that yellow 10. So if it retraces and then it gets that first green candle like it did here, notice how it broke out, had a couple candles retrace back down to that yellow 10, then it broke out again. So if it comes down to that 10 right here and then you get that green candle, that's where I would add to a trade. How do those little instructions help you guys? Do you guys enjoy those? And then we could see, now this is a today 1 minute chart, you know, and then you could do the same thing with the daily chart, 3-month daily. So on a daily chart, as you can see, we're still in BDM. But if you change to a today 1 minute, then you can see what we're doing here. So if you're trading, if you're day trading, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching that.
Swiss Health Minister says we don't have a complete lockdown yet, but we're almost there.
Ronald Brady said, my heavy breathing's freaking him out a bit. It's freaking me out too. You guys are freaking me out. Dow's up about 168. Nasdaq's up 136. S&P's up 15. Now, see, the nice thing is, guys, I want you to remember this. Notice how it's, it's only an hour into the day. Notice how many phases we already have within the day. This is a days where you're saying, hey, the moves are short and, you want to hold back a little bit more. And then when you have days where you're in pure BDM or breakout momentum all day, those are the great ones that you really want to hold with and go on with. You enter into a trade and you make larger trades when you got a good phase or a good cycle going on. When you have these shorter phases and shorter cycles, the best thing to do is sit back, relax, watch the charts, listen to the news. Now, if there was a lot of news coming out down here, you'd be seeing this market either breaking out big or breaking down big. But right now, there's a lot of fear in the market still with COVID-19, and people are just remaining resilient here and waiting for any type of news. It's a news-driven market right now. And look at this, how it came down to that 10 and climbed. This is our trade plan to a T. If you know the trade plan, you know what to do.
Stimulus bill on Monday.
You gotta follow the trade plan. Get really itchy now. That's definitely not part of COVID. And stop talking to me about that COVID and telling me my heavy breathing and cough is freaking you guys out, because it's freaking me out now too. I like keeping my mind focused. Here we go, breaking out again. Let's see us get a candle above, let's say 203.30. A candle above 203.30, and we're going to be looking for that next climb up to resistance number 2. Now see, with Amazon, we could start our channel once we get above that 50. It's premature to do it right now, but I'm just sharing with you guys what the heck we do, so you know. So that's how that would look. Guys, if you like these instructions and these videos, please give this a thumbs up. John S. says, I've been breathing heavy every day. No big deal. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been gaining a lot of weight ordering the Uber Eats here since
JFK,
not really going anywhere now.
Tower temporarily closing after technicians
JFK, air. Wow, guys, JFK is closing. And look at how that breakout continues, and see what we could do then is just keep extending our channel. Now we're looking for a rise up to next resistance number 2, which is our target area. So we have target 1, target 2. We're in breakout momentum, bomb phase, and we're not in the bomb cycle. Phases are within the today 1 minute, and the cycles are on the daily chart. And guys, if you're liking the instruction on these videos, please give it a thumbs up. And share it on social media. This is a good instructional video.
Republican Senator Burr says relied fully on public news reports to guide decision on stock sales. HEPA, Hotel Echo Papa Alpha, analyst out with a buy rating and $9 price target. That's Roth out with a buy rating and $9 price target on Hotel Echo Papa Alpha, HEPA. Roth says we believe strong rationale for non-immunosuppressive molecule like HEPA's CRB431 to show some effect as an antiviral and antifibrotic in the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak. The need for an antiviral agent during the COVID-19 infection brings hepion cyclophilin inhibitors back to its roots. That's from Roth on HEPA Hotel Echo Papa Alpha. Shares of Hepion Pharma getting a pop to the highs, $2.17, now at $2.02, up 55%, following that positive note from Roth. McConnell says goal is midnight Friday deadline to complete talks on the coronavirus economic stimulus bill. Swiss economy minister says government will allow companies to delay VAT payments. SPCE, Virgin Galactic share spiking to the highs now, 1474, up 38%. Sandy Papa Charlie Echo.
Let's see if it's going to hold that 10 SMA right here. Ragu says, my brother who lives in Manhattan says there are no groceries on the shelves at the stores. Everything is desolate. We are actually having the same situation happen here now. We went out to try to get some groceries, and how about this? Instacart? Guys, look at the Diamond ETF following our trade plan exactly. Down to that 10 and climbing. I could be as loud as I want now in the office. No one's here anymore, except my receptionist. So we're climbing above that 10 and breaking out per our trade plan. But like I said, Instacart, there's a 2-day wait to get anything on Instacart for delivery. Oh, my stomach's really starting to bother me now. Hope that's just the nerves from you guys in the trade room here. Bob Logan saying, go wipe those elevator buttons right now. You guys know how to get me going. I got one of my friends that's a butcher up north in New York. He's sending me a cow. I bought a cow. I'm getting it butchered up. You literally can't get anything on the shelves anymore. Everyone's taking everything. Now it has to break that 204 for the next breakout here. It has to break that resistance to get up to resistance 2. If it starts to fail here, you're looking at support at 202.50. So first off, resistance number 1, that's going to become support number 1. Support number 2 at 202.50. I've heard that you can't even buy ammunition. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's pretty scary. Look at what's going on. People are sending fake COVID-19 tests online. And there you go. There's your first candle below. So now if you're day trading, let's say you bought a day trade right here. That first candle below that 10, that's where you're selling.
Democratic Senator Feinstein
Now see if it holds that resistance.
In a blind trust
Listen to what's going on.
Assets are incorrect.
Here comes some put sweeps coming in on Bank of America. Now this is considered NTZ until we get that 1020 cross.
HEPA, Hepion shares getting a pop to the high following that Roth note. HEPA, Hotel Echo Papa Alpha.
Excuse me. Now here's your BDM starting. Oh. Let's see if it could hold that 50 and start to climb again. Vinny, I'm still holding my diamond calls right now because they're for next week's expo. If I was day trading, I'd be out of that. Again, this is a today 1 minute chart. So for my chart, or for my trade, I'm looking at 3-month daily. If we break above 205.50, I would exit the diamond, or I'm sorry, I have the diamond calls. If I have a close below, let's say 192, I'd be exiting, which isn't far off. Now with these moves we're seeing. Now this could be the start of the breakout momentum right here. If we could break above that 20 and get that MACD to cross again, then we're going to be entering into the breakout momentum.
BA Boeing seeing sweeps in the weekly 110 call on BA Boeing.
Boeing's getting a little pop.
Alpha.
I don't know how you could consider that a pop. Looks like it found some support though, but for me, I think Boeing's going to head lower. I mean, this stock was just $350 back in end of February. This is why when you get a lot of phases or a lot of cycles in a short period of time, that's the best time to sit back. Watch what this does now. Watch if it holds above that 10 and breaks above that 20. Then we'd be in the next breakout momentum phase once again here. So if you're day trading, these phases right here that I'm showing you, they're on a today 1 minute chart. So they're for day trading. If you're looking at a 3-month daily, these are good for swing trades using the same trade plan. Looks like we're going to start to climb. Now, if we get a confirmation green candle, then that's a sign we're in the breakout momentum phase again. Now it's going to look like this if it could hold.
BLPH halted again on a circuit breaker. Bravo Lima Papa Hotel. Bellerophon halted 2289, up 575% now. BLPH.
Steve, I feel the same way. So Steve says, who in their right mind is buying stocks like Expedia and Ulta today? I have no idea, but they're crazy if they're doing that. I'm certainly not doing that. I might add to my Ulta trade on the next breakdown. It has.
Island, Michael Yankee Lima starting to move here. 1662 MYL. U.S. Olympic Committee says if facilities available and safe, athletes should do what they can to prepare for competition.
Yeah, there's some people out there thinking, oh, I'm going to buy this dip. We're bottoming out right now, but I don't think we're near a bottom just yet. The government didn't even hand out the checks yet. It's going to be going on for a few more weeks. Remember that. So any type of pop, I think, is going to be short-lived here. Let's see. I'm back on the YouTube chat here. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Mike Anthel says, Dave, you're fine. You're healthy. I'm not, though. I got diabetes. I got high blood pressure. And I got an immune problem. Let's see. Tom says, don't worry. You don't sound like you have COVID-19. Your symptoms are more like the Spanish flu. That's a good one, Tom.
U.S. Department of Homeland Security says ban on non-essential travel to Canada at land crossings takes effect at 11:59 p.m.
Guys, give the video a like if you're enjoying these videos and these instructional bits here.
U.S. restrictions do not apply to flights. That's from the Department of Homeland Security.
What did they just say there?
IMAX, India Michael Alpha X-Ray Company CEO on CNBC says the company can survive.
Alrighty, so Diamond's now getting up to resistance number 2. If it could break that resistance number 2, let's zoom out here a little bit. Look at how beautiful that looks with our trade plan. I mean, look at how beautiful, seriously. You know exactly what's going on. Now compare that to a chart where you got nothing, only candles. You know, the better detailed you are and follow the trade plan, the better off you're going to do. Boeing right here, if you're looking at Boeing, this is what I'd be looking at Boeing if you're thinking about doing anything with that. But here you go. You're waiting for
Netflix popping here, November 5, Lima X-ray.
Netflix popping. So you're looking for a make or a break above that consolidation box. No trade zone, that's your consolidation box.
Swiss finance minister says state-backed bank loans.
There you go. You just broke resistance number 2. Now resistance number 3 is going to be at 205. What did I do? There we go. What the heck did I just do there? Doesn't let you pick what you want to move easily. And there we go. So this was back here. When we were in the no trade zone, we were talking about resistance number 1 being right here. It struggled for it a bit, then it broke out, got up to resistance number 2.
Sources now say the German supplementary budget to counter the coronavirus impact will be
And now
significantly
resistance
higher than
number
$150
3 is at
reported
205.
earlier.
And guys, if you need the trade plan video, it's on the trade room there.
RCL, Royal Caribbean shares halted on a circuit breaker. Romeo Charlie
RCL is halted.
on a circuit breaker at the highs 27.
Big breakout on RCL today, up 23%.
Charlie Lima. VUZI, Vuzix Blade, selected as Smart Glass Companion for X-Lab's new AI screening and temperature detection system. Fever, that's VUZI, Vuzix, VUZI, Victor Uniform Zulu, India. Shares of Vuzix popping to the high, $1.36 on that press release.
Now, if Amazon gets a candle above 1950 on Monday, I'm going to be making another swing trade on Amazon. I'm probably just going to be picking up some shares then. Guys, if you liked the video, please give this a thumbs up, share it on social media. I would greatly appreciate that. After all that, Dow's only up about 300 points. So it's not a big day, just back forth here. Coming down to that 10, let's see. If Diamond could break 205, then I'm probably going to start day trading it today. Probably in the afternoon session, because that's going to be the best time to trade it, right around 2 p.m. for a day trade. And make sure you're with us. If you're a pro member, you could access the live afternoon class. Yesterday we didn't have one. Markets were too flat. MCD is struggling with that 160 area as resistance as I look up at the charts above me.
Mexico's foreign minister says Mexico will allow the U.S. to return to Mexico's Central American immigrants who are apprehended at U.S.-Mexico border.
Well, let me tell you guys why I made this trade plan. I'm telling you, there's algorithms on Wall Street that are trading similar to this trade plan. You know, there's no doubt about it. You think these billionaires aren't paying for technology or aren't paying for, you know, any type of algorithms to help them trade the markets? I mean, it goes without saying, you know, you wouldn't have such great trade plan like this if there wasn't some type of buying and selling going on that's similar to this. So that's my theory of why this trade plan works so well. Now we just got up to resistance number 3. We're at 205 a share on the Diamond ETF. Let's see if it can break through it or if it's going to struggle at that resistance area. Here we go. It looks like a big candle, though. It looks like we're going to be having a big breakout. Let's see. Now, within these phases, you also have, consolidation and then breakout.
Money market facility to include some municipal debt. It's like an update from the earlier headline. Fed says eligible collateral includes U.S. municipal short-term muni debt will be Fed's primary rate plus 25 basis points. Says expand support for state and municipal money markets using the new money market liquidity facility through the Boston Fed.
I put that in a bad location.
Governor Cuomo scheduled to speak shortly on the...
Cuomo is speaking shortly, guys, so that's going to be some moves right there. Be prepared. Our diamond calls are almost in the green. But Christian says, you're turning me into a technical trader. I was a fundamental trader. Not a bad thing. Christian, like I said, it works beautifully, this trade plan. It's just patience, discipline, and the ability to follow the trade plan. And most importantly, listening to the news and how to react to market conditions. Let's see if it holds that. Remember resistance number 2 right here? Well, this is now going to be support. So let's see. It's holding that support area. Let's see it continue to break up and get to that resistance 3 and look for that first candle with the body above that 205 area. Let's see it hold that 10 SMA right here on diamond. And then get up to that 205 resistance. Guys, if you're liking these videos, is it hard to hit that like button? I would appreciate that. 105 viewers here, only 63 likes. Please give it a like for me. I'm coming to my office each day to do this on this rig so we could do these classes. Otherwise, I'd just be in the trade room at my house trading and just commenting in the trade room there. Doing this for you guys, so please give it a like. All right, Jojo's asking about Ulta in the trade room. Let me show you what I'm looking for with Ulta. So with Ulta, here's BDM, 1020 crossing. You could enter here, and you got up to that 10, failed, up to that 10, failed, up to the 10, failed. Now it's climbing up to the 10 again. Ulta is not something that's going to be open. It's not something that people are going to be rushing to buy makeup, so it's not a stock that should be climbing right now. It got an upgrade today. That's why you're seeing a spike, but it's a beauty supply company. I really don't think people give a darn about the beauty supplies right now as they're sitting home for the next 2 or 3 months with coronavirus outbreak. So I'm bearish on Ulta. I don't think that's going higher. Yes, it might get up to that 10, might get up to 175, might even get up to 180. But I feel that's going to continue to drop here. So here, on this candle right here on March 12th, look at this. Let's say you entered into some puts right here on the close of this day. You entered into the puts at 198. The next day she got all the way up to almost 230. What happened? Were you buying shares then, and were you saying, oh, she's going to go higher? No, you're following that trade plan, because what happened? The next day we had a big spike lower here and broke down. Now here's consolidation right here. Here's consolidation on Ulta. We got that good. Here is the consolidation on Ulta. It's just breaking that right now, so it might get up to that 10 before failing again. Like I said, what's the reason to buy Ulta? There's not a lot of buys on it. There's not a lot of people buying it right now. The economy is going to be down for a few months. So don't be looking at the short-term move here. Be looking at the long-term move. I'm down 73% on that Ulta trade. I had $1,600 in it. I paid $16 a contract. I have 2 contracts. So that's a $3,200 trade. I'm down 73%, down $2,300 on it right now. And that's a trade I just made yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Getting my days mixed up a little bit here. But we entered it within the past 2 days. And with Ulta, the other thing here too, you'd be looking at, here is short-term resistance. It's not a big resistance area, but it is short-term resistance. Right there. That's just short-term resistance right there. So if you look for a candle above that, you're looking for a move back to, why isn't this coming up here? You're looking for a move back up to around 184, 185 if it breaks that resistance right here.
YPF getting a pop to the high 381, Yankee Papa Foxtrot.
Yes, we have a video on how spreads work. I'll be looking for that for you later today. Marla Curley asks in the trade room. Now, before Diamond came down to the 50, broke out again, it just came down to the 50 again. So now watch for that first candle above 204.26. You get a candle with a body above 204.26, then you're going to be looking for that next 205 as resistance again. And then if we break that 205 resistance, then we're going to be looking at resistance number 4, which we could chart out. But it's now after 8. It's 11:09 right now. So I'm going to get off here and get back in the trade room and be ready for today's afternoon trading session. So if you guys want to come join us, you can go to breakingchartalerts.com, click join now, sign up for the professional trader, and we will be live in the trade room at 2 p.m. Live trading room, 2 to 4 p.m. right here. Only pro traders get member access to this. You click on live trade video and classes right on the top right here if you want to see the afternoon session. Alrighty guys, so if you want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com, click join now. If you're signing up for the year, you could use promo code LOYAL, and that will get you signed up for the year and ready for today's afternoon trading session.
ECB provides further flexibility to
looking to get up that 205 resistance now again. My throat's starting to get sore now. It's probably from you
Cuomo
guys
says more beds are needed,
worrying me a bit.
existing hospitals
More
stretching
more beds are
50,000
needed in the
capacity,
hospitals in New York City.
Canceling all non-critical elective surgeries.
Wow, canceling all surgeries. Unbelievable.
Cuomo says doubling room capacity.
Alrighty, guys.
FDA says guidance to expand policy availability for patient monitoring to lower patient and healthcare provider contact to COVID-19.
There's that breakout above 205 now, guys. Our diamond calls, our 205 strike diamond calls, are now almost in the green, only down 7%. And we're looking for another breakout here. So I'm going to get off now, guys. If you want to come join us, come join us. I'll be in the trade room now for you guys, and I'm also going to be working on putting things onto the website, instructional videos for you guys that are just getting started as well. Alrighty, guys. See you then. God bless. Have a great day, and I'll be in the trade room. Bye-bye, guys.
Coronavirus death toll